Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and the Hulk update is live on the main server, so I want to give you my first impressions of it. I want to talk about everything that I think is good. I think a lot of what Netmarble is doing is good for the game, and they are listening to us in a lot of ways, so I want to highlight that and really promote that and benefit and show the benefits of that, because that's how we improve the game and push it to be better, is by highlighting what they're doing right and really expanding on it. And then I also want to talk about things that are not so good and some things that are bugged. Like, for example, Abomination is like glitching constantly, because bugs and glitches can lower people's enthusiasm and enjoyment of the update, and it can also cause confusion in the sense of visual bugs that are present in this update. But overall, as you will come to hear, I am pretty happy with this update. I would give it at least a solid 8.5 out of 10. I think this is very much the right thing to do, and I'm so critical of Netmarble when they do things wrong, so I think I have to be equally praiseworthy, or I have to praise them equally as well, and equally as much when they do things properly. So I want to start off with the things that are wrong, or the bugs, because I've seen a ton of posts about this on the forums, Twitter, Discord, everywhere. So I just want to cover this really quickly. Yes, Abomination is like doing the stutter thing. I don't know what's wrong with that. There is a bug with booty boxes, and I'm not sure if it's just booty boxes that you get from first clear rewards. Yes, the first clear rewards have been reset. So you can see here, if I go down to stage 65, I have my first box, and I go down to 60 and I have my first box. Obviously, I've played them before, so these world boss first clear rewards are back. They finally made good on their promise the last update. It only took 2 months. However, when you open the booty boxes, if you get Emcron crystals or Phoenix feathers and you use the acquire all button, then you will not see the Phoenix feathers or the Emcron crystals. You will see another booty box. So if you just click acquire, the blue button over there, you won't see this glitch. But if you click acquire all, and hopefully I will see the glitch myself by getting, well, hopefully I won't see the glitch. I don't want to get Phoenix feathers or Emcron crystals, but I want to sort of show you guys. So let's see if I can. Okay, my inventory is full. I can't even simulate this for you. Hang on just 1 second here. Let me just do this. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you so much for adding that, Netmarble. That was like 3 updates ago. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Okay, so if you do get any sort of item that does not have an acquisition limit, then you will see the item. So if it's a CTP, if it is Black Antimatter, Chaos Nornstones, things like that, premium card, then you will see the item. But if you get Phoenix feathers or Emcron crystals, you will see a box of the same color. So if you open purple, you'll see purple, blue, etc. So if you see over here, now I have well, there it is. It's the 99 feathers. The 99 feathers weren't there before, and they are there now. So that's only when you use the acquire all button, and it's only when you're opening booty boxes that contain feathers or Emcron crystals. So that's the first bug. And if you go on the forums to the July known update issues, they cover this by saying, when opening booty box reward chests, a chest is sometimes displayed instead of the obtained item. It only happens if you click acquire all, and it's only for the mutant materials. Now, Netmarble, you could very easily fix this bug by just taking off the limit, the inventory limit. You know, scrap the cap. Think about it. But yeah, you're not losing items. They're still sent to your inbox, so don't worry about that. The second bug is not one that I can replicate for you anymore. I believe they've already patched this out, but it is when you go over to the Abomination pack in the Danger Room and you go to purchase it. It never showed up for me, but for a lot of people, it was showing up for $4 in their normal currency, whether it's American or Canadian or whatever. And so they were like, wow, I can get this character for $4. No, unfortunately, you cannot. This is just a visual bug. That's all it is. If you try to purchase it, don't worry, or don't panic or whatever. If you try to purchase it, it doesn't work. It just glitches out. So they give you some tips on how to fix this. If you're on Android, use the back button. If you're on iOS, just close your app and reopen it, and it should be fixed. So that's all it is. It's just a visual bug. Nobody got this deal. This wasn't a steal. Nothing happened. Everyone has to pay the 4,500 crystals for Abomination. Now, as far as whether you should pay 4,500 crystals for Abomination, I'm not 100% sure, but I will be finding out. Right now I have 6,000 crystals, 6,800 crystals. I am going to be purchasing Abomination Special Training Pack. There you go. And I will be investigating whether or not you should purchase him. But part of the reason why I am purchasing Abomination is because of one of the many things that Netmarble Monster did correctly in this update. So check this out. I don't know if you guys saw it. It popped up briefly, but my camera is mostly covering it. But they included at the very beginning of the update, so as soon as the update landed, to coincide with the update, they included a crystal spending event. This is exactly the right thing to do. Not only is this the right thing to do from the sense of making it easiest on players and giving players rewards when they're there at the beginning of the update, you want to reward players who are playing every single day. You want to reward players who are there day one, right? As soon as the update lands, you want to reward those players. So why delay the crystal spending event by a week or 2 weeks until after all the sales are over? We never really understood why they did that, right? Crystal spending events would happen a week after the uniforms were already off sale from the new update. So people are just sitting there scratching their heads like, why are you guys making us wait so long? It didn't really make any sense. And there was so much sort of anti-synergy between them wanting to make money and players wanting to spend money. So they have fixed this. I believe this is the very first time they have ever done this. And I strongly urge Netmarble Monster, please, devs, continue to do this. You should always have a crystal spending event as soon as the update lands. This not only rewards players who spend, but it encourages players to spend more and to spend intelligently, right? If they're really hype about the update, this gives them more to be hype about. Now, some players are going to be upset because this is not the mega rank up ticket crystal spending event. They alternate between the mega rank up ticket and the mythic uniform ticket upgrade spending event. Some of them are better than others. Some of them have CCF, some of them don't. You know, some people don't need the mega rank up ticket and they prefer this ticket. You know, it is what it is, but this is a step in the right direction. This is exactly what you should be doing. At the start of every update, we should see a new crystal spending event and we should see a new energy spending event. This is exactly what you need to do. I'm harping on it a lot because this works. This gets players to spend, this makes players happy, and this makes everyone happy. This is a win-win. This is 100% a win-win. There is nobody's losing in this situation because if you don't have the crystals, you weren't going to spend them anyways, right? And now players don't have to, you know, I don't have to give stupid advice like, hey, just wait another month until the next crystal spending event, whenever that happens, right? It could happen at any random time and then spend your crystals. No, now if they continue this trend, you can tell players wait until the next update and then spend your crystals then. And that makes so much more sense than just randomly waiting for them to just suddenly pop up with a crystal spending event. The next thing that they did correctly, which I definitely give them huge props for, and this wasn't in the patch notes, but this is another really good idea. So I have to go over to the forums. I can't show you because I own all of the optional uniforms, but for the celebration event, one of the things they did, on top of putting all of the new uniforms on sale, which is what they always do, they put all of the optional uniforms on sale as well. This is a really good move. Again, if you weren't going to spend crystals anyways, it doesn't matter to you. But if you were, you don't have to wait until the next crystal spending event, or sorry, the next uniform sale to purchase the optional uniforms for these new characters. This is a really good synergistic spending event to coincide with the crystal event, the crystal spending event that we just talked about. This is really, really good. This is exactly what you should be doing. This is like quality of spender, right? Spenders, players who spend money, they want to feel like they're not being ripped off at every corner. So if they don't do this, and then you're like, oh man, I want to buy the Immortal Hulk uniform, but I haven't been playing for the last year, so I had no reason to buy this uniform or this uniform because they recently came out, so I guess I have to spend them, I have to purchase them at full price, or I have to just wait. Some players are going to purchase them at full price and they're going to feel ripped off and they're going to feel annoyed. And then some players are going to wait until the uniform sale. And then maybe, who knows, maybe they might not buy Immortal Hulk's uniform. Maybe they'll reconsider some of their purchases. So it ends up more often than not being a lose-lose situation. The player feels stiffed and ripped off and they feel like Netmarble is greedy. And then Netmarble loses out on purchases. This way, the players feel like they're getting more bang for their buck. It makes more sense. They're more likely to spend. Being generous to the players will return the generosity to you, Netmarble. This is what I've been saying for years. Give the players more rewards, give us more crystals, give us more, and I promise you, you will get more in return. That is 100% how it works. I promise. So yeah, these two things, I know they're small, they might seem insignificant, it might seem like I'm overvaluing them, but I honestly think that this is the way that they need to start seeing things. And I think if Netmarble maintains this mentality and this sort of point of view, that giving to the players will return the gift to them in the form of more revenue, I think this is really good for the game. Now, one more thing here, guys. We have a 7-day check-in event. It's not that important for you unless you have a lot of biometric selectors that you're going to use on these characters for Hulk, Amadeus Cho, and She-Hulk. None of these characters have been added to the Dimension Rift shop. Hulk and Amadeus Cho are still only available via bioselectors from like Shadowland and stuff. And then She-Hulk is available from the Honor token shop. but just in case you had extra bios that you were going to spend on these characters, but this will give you enough bios to unlock them or tier 2 them or max out their uniforms, just keep that in mind so that you can spend those bios on like another character. Let's say you have 800 bios for Hulk's uniform and only 400 for Cho's, then you could get Cho's with your selectors and wait for the Hulk ones in order to push you over the top, because you need whatever, like 900 and so bios for getting the uniform to Mythic. So those are the bugs. Those are the things that they've done well. Everything else in the update is sort of what you expected. Obviously, we have the very, very nice addition of Red She-Hulk bios to the Future Pass. Again, I think this is a fantastic idea. It's not 100% free to play, but with the way they've been giving out Mega Tier 2 tickets and things like that, this is a much better way of doing things. And then if players want to become light spenders, they can purchase the Legendary Pack and get a Mega Rank Up ticket. So this is basically the same cost as a bio subscription. As you can see there, it's the same cost for me as a bio subscription, but you end up getting better rewards in my opinion, right? So instead of waiting a month to collect 600 bios of Red She-Hulk, you can use this on this Red She-Hulk and get her to 6 stars anyways, but then you get all of these other rewards as well, like the gold, the Mandalay, the Awakening, the CCF. You get some crystals as well. I mean, the bio sub gives you 300 crystals as well, so I think it's the same there. Yeah, maybe this gives you more than 300. No, but it gives you the CCF, the gold, the obelisk, the icon. So yeah, I think this is a better idea, Netmarble, than buying the bio subscription. Some players like the bio subscription because they can, I think older players like the bio subscription because they can buy the bio subscription and then do different things with it, you know, unlock certain characters, stockpile other biometrics for characters for future uniforms and things like that. You know, I have bios for some of these characters just sitting here for a long time because they were on the tail end of my bio subscription and it was like running out, or my X-Gene subscription. But for newer players, this is definitely a much better way of monetizing the sort of bio subscription characters than just throwing them in the bio sub and making them completely unavailable. This is much better. I'd much rather have, especially for collectors purposes, right? You'd rather have that 1-star or 2-star Red She-Hulk, and maybe sometime in the future you're going to get, you know, you get lucky and with some free boost points you get a 2-star, 3-star, 4-star rank up ticket, than to have the character grayed out forever, you know? So I do think they're doing a lot of things. They're pushing a lot of things in the right direction. Speaking of pushing things in the right direction, man, Hulk. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, or maybe not paying attention, but I don't know if you guys have been seeing posts. But I've been seeing some PvP videos by some high-level players who have more HP on their cards than me, and Tier 3 Hulk is pretty insane. Yeah, he is definitely, I think he's definitely worthy of his Immortal title. However, I do need to make an update, and I do need to fix a mistake that I did in a video where I talked about the all attack stuff. So I want to apologize for that. I personally wasted a bunch of resources re-rolling some of my ISO, so I sort of suffered from my own misinformation, but it's been confirmed by people that I am in alliance with that all attack does not. So what I said originally was that all attack in any way will buff Hulk. I'm wrong. All attack on his uniform, so the uniform option for all attack won't buff his HP damage. And for the ISO, if the ISO has all attack, it will not buff his damage. So you can see here, I re-rolled this one from physical attack to all attack. That doesn't actually make a difference. It doesn't matter if it's physical attack or all attack. Here, it doesn't matter if it's physical attack or all attack. It doesn't matter. However, what does matter is the percentage. So the ISO 8 bonus, the 35% increase of all attack 20 seconds, that activation rate on the Hawk's Eye, Power of Angry Hulk, and Overdrive, those will buff the Hulk's damage, even though it's based on his HP. Now, as far as ISO 8 sets go, you have a few different options. I honestly think Power of Angry Hulk and Hawk's Eye are pretty similar. Now, Power of Angry Hulk, you have HP on the 3 Chaotix. Here you have HP on the 2 Chaotix plus the Vital. And then you have the dodge and the cooldown rather than the all defense and the ignore defense. So, you know, is dodge better than all defense? I'm not sure. Hulk's defenses are actually pretty low. If you look at his tier 3 stat bump, oh, I can actually show you right here. He only gets, what, 1,000 energy defense? It's very low, 1,500 basically. His physical defense goes up a lot more. It goes up by like 6,000. But yeah, his defenses are not that high. He's definitely still susceptible to energy damage, which is a bummer because as a combat type, most blast types are energy damage. So yeah, but Yeah, those two sets are good. You can also try, I'm going to try it myself, but you can also try, what is it, Drastic Density Enhancement. This one has max HP, which is really nice, and then it's got the HP Shield. Now, a 32% HP shield when this guy's rocking like 150,000 HP, on top of the HP shield that you can get from a CTP of regen, that might be a serious game changer. Now, unfortunately, you're only going to get 2 HP ISOs instead of 3, so that's something to think about, but there is that. And then the other option you have is to just go with 8 HP ISOs. That's another option. Some people do that for certain characters. Let me see if the top ranking players do that, or maybe if anyone else is doing that. No, it's the Heat. So All Might has drastic density. Shout out to All Might. I've seen some of his videos. They're very, very good for Hulk. I don't think anybody's doing that, but yeah, you can just imagine 8 fully awakened vital HP ISO. You can also do, there's one other set that you can do it's a 6-star set that gives you HP. I've seen this before. I don't know which one it is though, but there is a set that you can use. Maybe it's Power of Symbiote, but or maybe it's Sly One. Anywho, Huntress of Heaven? Animal Instinct. There, you basically use a 6-star set, and then the extra 2 ISO, you just put HP Uru's HP ISO in there. So there's a few different options for him. It's going to be interesting to see what ends up being best for him. I imagine, unlike Victorious, there's going to be thorough, extensive testing from like thousands of players. So I'll look forward to that, and I'll give you the information as soon as I have it. But yeah, the Hulk, definitely not bad. For reference, I'm not going to show you the gameplay here, but for reference, I played a stage 50 with Hulk with this team with the HP bonus lead. Oh, you can also use Drax, by the way. This is pretty wild. You can use what? No, you can use Drax. Yeah. So if you use Drax, he gives 45% HP if you use Valkyrie as well, or Taskmaster. Doesn't matter. So 45% HP. The Hulk has at tier 2. And then I used Strikers with all defense down and mind control, and then some damage. I'll just show you a brief clip here, but, well, I said I wasn't going to, but I will. But he can do it. So a PvP build Hulk with a heroic uniform at tier 2 can now do, for me, stage 50 Proxima with Strikers. That is very impressive, I would say, especially considering, like I said, it's a full PvP build. This is not a CTP of Rage. This is not a damage proc obelisk. You know, the damage is not going to blow you away. He's not going to be melting bars in 2 seconds, but he's not going to take damage, and he's not going to die, right? I got 130,000 HP. That's crazy, right? So he can do it, and so he can do lower stages for you without Strikers, and you know the whole spiel, right? So. And remember, this is his raw damage, so he should be decent. I'm not sure how good he'll be, but he should be decent for GBR as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I think overall the update is good. The update is a little bit unfinished, I have to say, because Shadowland is in maintenance. So I really have to wait until Shadowland is available to judge. But we do have those juicy first clear rewards. So start farming your Spider-Mans and your other characters to get those first clear rewards for Shadowland, your Kid Omegas, your Cyclopses. Also, the She-Hulk stage is going to be, it's not yet, but it's coming at the daily reset. The She-Hulk stage is going to have a double biometrics up for a few days. So make sure you hit up that stage for She-Hulk bios if you don't already have her maxed out. It's the mean and green stage. Instead of getting 10 bios per day, you're going to get 20. So in hindsight, I was going to say in hindsight this is better because they changed it, but no, because you'd still get 9 bios a day, so it'd still be 18, so it would still be double. But anywho, and then the last change, of course, is the story mode. The All War does have some pretty brutal requirements with like level 70 Loki and things like that, but the story is fun. The animations are amazing, seeing Odin, and I did get the new first clear reward, so it's at stage 2 all the way up to stage 6, so you can basically max out any non-native tier 2 character on their type enhancement right away. I was actually thinking of using them on Hulk. Let me know what you guys think of that, the stage 5 and the stage 6 on Hulk, because I don't have that many. I don't have any of the combat ones. Do I have any of the level 6 combat? I have 2. But yeah, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. One last tip I have for you guys: if you're gonna collect these and you're not gonna use them, keep in mind they take up 5 spaces in your inventory. So you might want to hold off on playing the All Father or the All War campaign until you have enough. Well, until you don't have inventory issues. But I suspect if you play Marvel Future Fight, you automatically have inventory issues. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the update. Let me know what you think of... Oh, yeah, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot to do this. Because I am really, optimistic about the changes that Marvel Future Fight has made. We have an upcoming dev note, I believe, that should be dropping sometime soon that they mentioned, that Kim mentioned at the beginning of the Facebook live stream. With a dev note, with all of these positive changes regarding, very good first clear rewards and some improvements to the Shadowland box rewards, and these improvements regarding, things that are happening at like events that happen at the beginning of updates, I think that this is a decent time for me to re-acknowledge Marvel Future Fight as a game that I'm willing to spend some money on. I'm not willing to go all in. I'm not willing to drop hundreds of dollars on Marvel Future Fight. I'm not at that point yet. They have not impressed me enough. We need to see sweeping changes and sweeping reworks to Conquest and Timeline Battle before I'm going to start throwing heavy money at this game again. But I do want to show them a token of my appreciation and sort of symbolically open my wallet a little bit because I haven't spent money on this game in like, what, 2-3 months? So yeah, we're going to do this right here. We're going to get the Stark Stash. Haven't purchased this in a while. I'm going to put up the credit card blocker. You can judge me for what it says here. It's just a meme. There we go. Hit the tap to purchase. And we're making this purchase sort of live. And there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, so Marvel Future Fight. If you want more of my money, all you have to do is continue listening to the player base and continue making decisions that are good for your revenue and decisions that are good for the players. If decisions... Okay, Alex, calm down. I'm getting so excited off these 275 crystals. If the decisions you make are good for the players, they will positively impact your revenue, I promise. But you have to make sure that they are good for the players and not just good for your revenue. Because if you put revenue first, you will lose revenue. If you put the players first, I promise you will not lose. Well, I mean, who knows, but you shouldn't lose revenue. You should gain revenue, in my opinion. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.